Jai Jai Shama, Jai Jai Sham, Jai Jai Sri Vrindavan Dham. Pyari Shama, Pyare Sham, Pyaro Sri Varsano Dham. Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Varsana Dham ki jai. Ambrish ji tells us that the wind blowing in Vrindavan is a prasad of Shama and Shyam. It has touched their body, and when it comes to us, it is prasad. Radhe Radhe to all. Welcome to Krishna Bhakti Ras 44.
Om Jagannath Namo Namaha, Shri Jagannath Namo Namaha, Jai Jagannath Namo Namaha, Jagataranath Namo Namaha. Om Jagannath.
Today's katha is a very sweet katha of a devotee of Lord Jagannath. His name was Bandhu Mohanty, and he lived in Jajpur in Odisha with his wife and children. Bandhu Mohanty was so attached to the Lord that he would spend his whole day in bhajan. He was indifferent to the world because he knew the world is temporary. He would beg for alms to feed his family. But one day there was a drought, and he went around asking for food, but was not able to get any. His wife said, "The children are very hungry. Do you have any relatives who can help us?" And Bandhu Mohanty said, "I don't have any relatives, but I have a friend who's the best of all. But he lives in Sri Kshetra Dham, and if we can make it there, if we can go there, he will do everything for us and help us." So his wife was very happy. She said, "Then let's not lose time, let's go now." So immediately they left. And the wife was happy they are going to meet somebody who will take care of them and help them. And Bandhu Mohanty was happy, you know why? Because the friend he was referring to was our Lord Jagannath. But let us not mention this to the wife. Let us keep it as a secret between us. Because the wife might not like that. She might be expecting somebody who has a house there, who's, they can go to him and get food. So they went. It took them 4 days to reach there. And then when they reached the temple of Lord Jagannath, it was very crowded that day. Thousands of people were there going for darshan. So they took darshan from the eastern gate of Patita Pavan. And Patita Pavan is the Jagannath outside on the gate. And those who are not allowed to go inside, because Jagannath temple has restrictions. Those who are not allowed to go inside take darshan of this Patita Pavan at the eastern gate. So they took darshan, and then they went and sat down at the southern gate. And at the southern gate, when rice is being cooked for Jagannath, all the water that comes out from the rice, the starch water, it comes out there. So the wife told him, "How come we are not going to your friend? We are hungry. The children might lose their lives." And Bandhu Mohanty said, "Today my friend is very busy. He has many, many visitors. So let us rest here today. Let us drink this starch water, and tomorrow we shall go to visit my friend. So they did that. They took that water and slept on the road next to the southern gate. But Bandhu Mohanty did not sleep. He meditated on Lord Jagannath and prayed to him. O Lord, you are maintaining this entire creation. Am I out of your creation? Please help us. We are dying due to lack of food, due to want of food. Please consider our case. Saying this, he went to bed. Bed meaning he was sleeping on the road there outside the southern gate. And inside the temple, the priest had just finished the evening prayers and they were closing the altar. But Lord Jagannath, he could not sleep that night. He was worried about his friend Bandhu Mohanty, who had come all the way from Jajpur, counting on his help, and who was sleeping outside on the sidewalk after drinking starch water. So the Lord himself went to the storeroom, took out a golden plate, filled it with many varieties of prasadam, and then he went to the southern gate to give the food to Bandhu Mohanty. He disguised himself as a Brahmin. He opened the gate and said, Bandhu, can you please come and get this? Bandhu Mohanty heard somebody calling him, but he said, nobody would know me here. Probably there are other Bandhus here. Maybe they are looking for somebody else. So he did not really respond. Again the Lord called, Dear Bandhu Mohanty from Jajpur, please come here. Then he went, and the Lord was standing there in his form of a Brahman. He gave him the golden plate with the prasadam and said that have this, take this with your family, eat it, and tomorrow I shall make all the arrangements for you. So Bandhu Mohanty was happy. He brought the prasadam to his family. They all ate it, filled up their stomachs. They had not eaten properly for I don't know how many days. But eating that prasadam that was brought by the Lord himself, they were completely energized again. So he washed the plate and went back to return it to the Brahman. But the Brahman was not there anymore. He had disappeared. So Bandhu Mohanty thought, it's okay, I will return the plate to him tomorrow. Next morning, when the pujaris opened the altar, they found the golden plate was missing. So it was reported, and the police and the administration came there, and they arrested the pujaris, thinking, who else can steal a plate from inside? The pujari said, we are innocent, but nobody listened. Then somebody outside in the crowd saw Bandhu Mohanty holding this golden plate, because remember, he wanted to return it to the Brahman. And he reported him. And the police immediately came. They got hold of him, his family, they beat him up, they put him inside prison, although they were innocent. And what did Bandhu Mohanty do? He again closed his eyes and prayed to his Lord Jagannath. Lord Jagannath, you are the most merciful, and I am the most sinful. There is no one as sinful as me, but you are the deliverer of all sinners. I leave my case to you. Do with me as you please, my Lord. He was ready to accept whatever the Lord wanted for him. That night, after the altar was closed, the temple was closed, the Lord was very unhappy. He climbed on his Garuda and he flew to the kingdom, to the palace of the king of Puri. He appeared in his dream and said, "My friend has come here. I gave him prasad. I used my own golden plate. Then why did your people arrest him? Why have they beaten him up? Why have they put him in jail? I have not used your property. This was my property. And when guests come to your house, don't you also welcome them and feed them?" The Lord was very angry. Then he left and he told the king before leaving, he said, "Go now, free him from the jail, from prison, honor him, give him abhishek, give him beautiful clothes to wear, give him and his family a house to live, and take care of them for the rest of their lives." Then he woke up the king and left. And the king woke up with a start. He was scared, he was afraid. He ran to his ministers and told them the dream. Then he immediately went to the prison. He released Bandhu Mohanty. He embraced him. And he said, "Today I have been blessed by your darshan. I have been blessed by your darshan." He freed him from prison. He gave him a bath, gave him beautiful clothes to wear, placed a turban on the head of Bandhu Mohanty as a sign of respect and honor. This is what the Lord had told him to do, that you must honor him the same way that you would honor me. And then the next day, he arranged a house for Bandhu Mohanty and his family near the southern gate of the temple. And for the rest of the life of Bandhu Mohanty, the king made sure that they had enough to eat, they had everything that they needed. And Bandhu Mohanty, he did not really care for all this. What he was happy about was that he was next to his friend. He was next to Jagannath and he could serve him. This is what true devotees of the Lord, they don't care about the material attractions. They just want to serve the Lord. This is why the Lord reciprocates to them. And this story tells us the Bhaktavatsala mood of Lord Jagannath. Whosoever is surrendered to him and has faith in him, the Lord looks after him in this way. But those who don't have faith are very far from him, and he is very far from them. Thank you for listening. Hari Ananta, Hari Katha Ananta. Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra. Jai 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 Sri Radhe Shyam.
जगन्नाथ नमो नमः श्री जगन्नाथ नमो नमः जय जगन्नाथ नमो नमः जगतर नाथ